Hello everybody and welcome back over here to the place. Player here once again, bring you another episode of Bundle Rumble. This is already day number 9. It's time for pack number 9. Our final Modern Horizons Playbooster. Here. So, let me hop in my corner and let's see what goodies we'll pull tonight. Well, the Bundle Rumble was kinda, it was okay, nothing too crazy, nothing too good either though, for the most part, so yeah. Hope this final one will be a nice conclusion. Technically, we still have the surprise of the collector boost, but I would wish. Oops, that one tears horribly right now. We would get something. Ooh, no token this time around, it seems. Or maybe it's a double-sided card. Actually, I guess it will be the double-sided card, but let's see. What do we start off with tonight? We'll start off with another. Whoops. Sorry. Scurrilous Sentry. That's once again for 4 mana to 2/3 Menace Human Knight Rogue. With whenever he enters the battlefield or attacks, it connives. So basically, we take the top card of a library, draw that, then we discard a card, and if what we discard is not a land, then he gets a counter. So that's a mechanic from the new Campana block. Pretty neat one. That we already have seen this guy a few times. I think we already ranted about, not really ranted really, talked about him. We go over the flavor text, and then I think we'll just move on to the next card, because, I take my fair time with those packs. I won't overdo it. Queen Marchesa's agents always manage to find the exact evidence they're looking for. I wonder why. Might be doing some stuff. Oops. And we have the Swiss Army knife once again as well. Pretty neat. This is the Inspired Inventor, everybody. 2 generic, 1 white. It's a creature human artificer. It's a 2/2, so kind of low body, but we can fix that. If you look at his text box. Because he has 3 goodies that he can bring. Either we get free energy. Pretty good. Or we get a +1/+1 counter on target creature, so he can enter as a free or pump something else. Pretty neat. Or he can create a 1/1 colorless server artifact creature token. Also neat. So either we get 2 bodies, we get a. So he has 2 modes basically to bring free power and free toughness on the battlefield, depending on, of course, if you need an additional body, or if you already have a good body that we want to pump, or get +1/+1 counter action going. Or he can bring free energy. Pretty neat guy. Of course, we have some blink stuff, some flicker stuff, some bounce stuff that's, of course, making him even better. Cool artwork. I think we're going over the nice stuff in the background as well. Not sure why my camera is acting up so much tonight. Okay. It's very pixelated. I wonder why. Did not change a thing. That should be clean as well, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Next up on the list is the Inventor's Axe. It's an interesting one. It's for 1 red and artifact equipment with flash. Okay. When the Inventor's Axe enters the battlefield, we get 2 energy. Cool. When the Inventor's Axe enters the battlefield, attach it to a creature you control, so it also gets auto-equipped. That's pretty cool. It's basically like a 1 red mana combat trade gives +2/+0 permanently. And equipped creature gets +2/+0. That's pretty what I was hinting at already. Downside being the only way to normally equip it is for paying 2 energy. Doesn't sound too good. However, if you have a way to bounce this thing, you can replay it, get another energy set. So I wonder if I should put that in my energy deck, actually. Pretty neat little trick. Basically turning 1 mana into 2 energy sounds pretty good, especially if you can recur it, right? Let's see. We haven't had this one, so we didn't see all the commons as of yet. Actually, I think for this one, and this might sound weird, but I want to turn the card around to see the artwork a bit better. Of course, the X is hanging upside down. There's the grip, and the pommel is attached to something. And here is the X beard. Very filigree swirls creating it. So I guess it's from Color Dash, right? Story-wise. Should be from Color Dash. So why are you so pixelated tonight, dear camera? What's going on there? Let me see if I take my cleaning thing. Did it do the trick? Whoop. Is it now? Oh, it's super pixelated. Hello? Can you focus? Hello, camera? Yes? No? Gee, okay, this was actually making it a bit worse, it seems, for whatever reason. I need to see what's going on there. But yeah, I don't want to stop here right now. We want to do this, because it always feels weird stopping in the middle of one of those bundle crackings. Yeah, let's see. We have Tempest Harvester, one generic, one blue. That's the next card. It's not an energy card, actually. We also haven't seen this one yet, I feel like. I mean, I've seen it because it was my pre-release pool. But yeah, this is for, what is we see, one generic, one blue, a 2/1 artifact creature. Good morning. Creature Merfolk Wizard. So pretty cool, it's a wizard. And he or she brings along 2 energy counters when she enters the battlefield. Nice. And we can tap her, pay 1 energy, and draw a card in this card. So it's basically a looter. Sure, she said why she said be a harvester, she's just a looter. And looting she does up to 2 times, and then she's just a little swingy body. I mean, usually you want to have a looter as a sort of like a blocker, because this is a bit weird with her, because usually as a looters you are like, you hold them back and then you know, block and then loot before they die, or just block and at the end of turn then loot. As this girl either wants to go to town to attack power, or trade with something, which also is not ideal normally, but let's see. The Golden City was a trinket compared to the power that lies beneath the waves. What ancient machinery did you find, girl, that you need energy? It's a bit weird. She's not the only energy carrier Ixalan, so okay. It's a cool little artwork. I like those little. I guess those are the things she's talking about, right? Some energy powered. What are those? Are those jade crystals or something like that? So she's letting fly around here. Weird. So I wonder if that's a fin or if that's her scarf. You see that? Maybe her hair. Well, even though I think the Ixalan fish people don't have hair. They just have fish fins. Oh, here's a beater, literally. Look at that. That's the Colossal Dread Mask. It's for 4 generic, double green, a living weapon. Which means it brings a little 0/0 black Phyrexian germ token with it. That gets automatically equipped by this thing. The equipped creature gets +6/+6 and has trample. And it costs 3 generic and double green to equip. So at first it's for 6 mana, a 6/6 beater. And if that germ somehow dies, you can equip this thing to something else and go smacking again. Pretty cool. Could almost argue it's an oversized rank. And funny thing is, if you look at it, this little thing in there seems to be the actual germ. The rest is just the mask or the artifact creature thing. Which I wonder how this thing is actually so dangerous. I mean, it's a huge skull, yes, but like where's the rest of the body? But like I see the 6 attack power with that huge skull, but where's the 6 toughness coming from? Anyways, this is also I think a card we haven't seen yet. So let's go with the flavor text. No legs to quake, no lungs to bellow, but if you see its teeth, it's still too late. I mean, yes, but as well, 6 attack power I get. Where does the 6 toughness come from? We had to make the show that germ does that. It could have been +6/+1 and trample, and that would be fine. But okay, interesting. It's a pretty interesting equipment as well, I was saying. Because, I mean, you can do some shenanigans with it. And yeah, basically every creature turns into a threat with this thing. And considering it's a common, it's pretty neat. Then we have the Bountiful Landscape. It's a land, we can tap it. I figure out even this one. I mean, it's a very beautiful landscape there with the river, volcano in the background, the shrubbery here. As I said, like this one I feel like really conveys the idea of those 3 different terrains being represented here very, very well. Thumbs up. Compared to some of the other ones which don't do that. And let's go over those quickly again. So it's a land I can tap for colorless. We can tap it and sacrifice it to search our library for a basic land that is either a forest, an island, or a mountain. Put it onto the battlefield and then shuffle. Or late game we can pay a green, a blue, and a red. Discard this card from our hand and yeah, draw a fresh card by cycling. Cool. And another one of the of those guys. We already had, I think, 2 of those. The Conduit Goblin. Anyways, go over it again. For 1 red, 1 white, we get a 2/2. Good old Goblin Legionnaire, but this is slightly different. This is a Creature Goblin Warrior. And when a goblin, conduit goblin enters the battlefield, we get double energy, similar to as we already saw the axe or the Tempest Harvester. Oops. Yeah, it's focusing again. At the beginning of combat in our turn, we may pay 1 energy. If we do, another creature gets +1/+0 and gains haste in the end of turn. Important is the other creature, so it's not for 2 mana free to pseudo haste. So you cannot attack the first time you play this guy with him, but of course you can play another threat afterwards and that thing immediately gets haste. He's pretty cool. He's actually pretty devastating also with the lightning bug thing, because then you can get something haste and menace with the bug and the thing together. Pretty strong actually in my opinion. And of course it also pumps by 1 attack power, don't forget that. So even if the thing already has, lost summoning sickness, it still can get pumped. Pretty cool. See, he brings the lightning, which also I think is part of his flavor text. Let's go with it. Warned against wearing a metal in a lightning storm. Smurf took it as a challenge. Yep. And you see, it seems to pay off for him. Ooh, we didn't have this one yet. This is a cool little enchantment from the right decks. Kozilek's Unsealing. 2 generic, 1 blue. It's an enchantment. It's devoid. It's not a tribal enchantment, which is actually interesting. And whenever we cast a creature spell with mana value 4, 5, or well, I can't use my other finger because I'll drop the card, 6, we get to create 2 0/1 colorless Eldrazi spawn creature tokens with, the usual sacrifice creature, add 1 colorless. Which actually already would be pretty good, mind you, because it means every spell that costs... Why do I have my headphones on? Because I was recording or streaming earlier. That's why, but yeah. Basically, that basically means it's like a pseudo discount for all spells that cost 4, 5, or 6, or all creature spells. So that's already interesting also that this is not an Eldrazi enchantment. Also not triggers only on colorless spells. Because most of those things only trigger on colorless creature spells. This thing goes on any creature spell, which is pretty cool. And whenever we cast a creature spell with mana value 7 or greater, so the biggest of all spells, which I mean with all the tokens we created earlier should be pretty easy, then we get to draw 3 crash. Free crash cards. I'm sorry. Also, this is an interesting idea. What is that? Like, that seems to be 3 of his henchmen, freeing him from... What's that? Where was he sealed? I mean, wait. We I think I get it now. Like, the 3 Eldrazi were sealed on Zendikar, I mean, Underground, and Jace and Chandra freed them by accident. Jace, Chandra, and Sarkhan Wall, which should be fair. Sarkhan also was involved in there. And sorry for rubbing my eyes there, but I'm a bit tired because it's pretty late here. It's once again one of those... We already said I was streaming also. It's a past midnight stream recording here. Yeah. So yeah, those were freed. They rampaged a bit. Then they later on came back to seal them again, or at least imprison them. Then I think they tried imprisoning them at least. It partially worked, and then actually later on they proceed to destroy 2 of them. I think this is playing with, like, after their first seal was broken, but before they got killed off. Because I mean, Kozilek and Ulamog got destroyed, causing great trouble and destruction to... Or where was it? They were already destroyed on Zendikar, I believe, causing some great ripples of the world. Which actually is what pissed off Nahiri. Yeah. Hey, and we got this guy again. I really should build a deck around those colorless guys. Glaring Flash Raker, 2 generic, 1 colorless, creature Eldrazi drone. 2. Whenever we cast a colorless spell, important cast so it doesn't trigger on tokens, we get an Eldrazi spawn. And whenever another colorless creature enters the battlefield under our control, it deals more damage to each opponent. So yeah. Since we trigger this with colorless spells, and it does only trigger on colorless creatures, not Eldrazi, mind you, we should be able to rack this up pretty nicely with yeah, basically casting a spell, and then you basically deal 2 times 1 damage. So when both the spawn enters the battlefield and the creature enters. So yeah, that should be very painful. I wonder if I should build the deck with some artifact creatures in addition to that, because I mean, most of those guys nowadays trigger with just colorless spells. like red, green. They just scrap something together in Moxfield at the time. They were pretty cool. Nice pair of, actually nice pin job. I mean, it's interesting that most of those cards are trying to use the spawn for something else than just mana, like pumping them, making them evolve, or just dealing straight up damage. Cool. Oh, we got another flip card. This is the Bogart Traveler. It's for 2 generic, 1 black, a creature goblin. And when it enters the battlefield, we exile target player's graveyard. It's a free one. It's interesting as the way it's a creature that can do this repeatedly, because usually we see that on artifacts or stuff that we can sacrifice to. And he actually has to enter the battlefield to do that. Which of course means if we can blink him or reanimate him, then we can do that to multiple people. Nice. Unfortunately, only has the creature type, the goblin, not something like shaman or druid or hack wizard. So we can properly use him in some tribal stuff or with some tribal synergies. That's not pretty good. And on the other side, he's since it's the uncommon version that's monocolored, we know already that this is the land that we can pay a free life to let it enter untapped, else it'll enter tapped. But we'll see that in a second. Let's go over his flavor deck. So the Bogart Brawler. Look what I found! It's only been dead for a week! Yummy! Yeah, basically those actually interesting things. That means the flavor of that is they completely basically consume everything that isn't the swamp. You know what I mean? Because if that's really the flavor going along with that picture and effect, it completely drain the area of all resources. Yikes. And of course the other side is Bogart's Bog. Yeah, it's another Bog. As Bogart Bob enters the battlefield, you may pay free life. If you don't, it enters the battlefield tapped. So as I was saying, like you can let it enter tapped. And a Bogart Warren is usually located in a place rich with sensations, good and bad. That they, because those things are very hyperactive, they need to be stimulated, both in the good and the bad. It's actually interesting about the concept of those goblins. Like, they're not really evil, they just want to feel and experience new and exciting stuff and also share that with some others. I mean, that's basically their culture. I think the Bogart Exile was basically someone who betrayed the group by just claiming a sensation for themselves, or some riches for themselves. And then got exiled for that as punishment. I think there was a... And if you looked at the cards, there was basically like a storyline of artworks there by one artist. Where they first were playing together, and then he hit some stuff, and then the others found out, and he was in exile in the last set, which was kind of interesting. Yeah, cool little card. And we got another repeat. This is another Junk Diver. I think it is our third one by now. Said it was us Destiny. Pretty generic. A 1/1 flying artifact creature bird. When a Junk Diver dies, we get to return another target artifact card from our graveyard to our hand. So it can return itself, but it could return another Junk Diver or anything else artifact-wise that passed away. Like, for example, the Colossal Dreadmaw. Like, the enemies feel real dread. I mean, just imagine that. Keep that thing on the bird, swing with the bird, have fun with the bird. It's a 7/7 trample. It's actually pretty good. I really think I should put the Dreadmaw into my mono green commander, which actually is, I mean, it's not an artifact commander like that. I know there is one. Actually, what I'm playing is the Flash Girl, aka Yeva. You know, basically it allows all your creature spells to have flash. I mean, I know this is not a creature spell, but yeah, you basically flash something at end of turn, you give him the Dreadmaw, he goes swinging and hurt people. And also it has a lot of artifact interaction and artifact bound stuff, so I mean, that might be good. Well, the question is, should I also put the Junk Diver in? But hey, neat. Oh, hands off. Yes. We got value. The final pack actually delivered. Hold on, I get sleeps. But so far, honestly, I did take a little peek through all the cards we got, and I mean, maybe just two or three of the double-sided cards had some value, and I think one of the rares and everything else was kind of like, eh. But I'm pretty certain good old Emma still is worth a thing or two. And yeah, we will be spoiled for the second card, but I want to just... Priorities, man. Priorities. Light her up, and then we take a look at her. Actually, this is also allows me to recite a funny story for the pre-release. Anyways, first of all, let's go over the card, and then we can talk about this. This is Emrakul, the World Anew. For 12 mana, so it's actually got cheaper and lighter, everybody. A 12/12 legendary creature Eldrazi. 12 mana 12/12. 3-pock already, as the kids would say nowadays. When we cast this spell, gain control of all creatures target player controls. So it's mind you, you permanently gain control. It's not just until end of turn. This is it's not insurrection because that one was only for it's for all players, but there's a slightly cheaper one, I think, for 7 mana from the Kamigawa block. The first Kamigawa block, mind you, in Betrayers, I believe it was. Costs it 7 and you gain control of all creatures target player controlled. And it does exactly that. And it has flying, it has protection from spells, and from permanents that were cast this turn. So yeah, basically, she can only be really removed by stuff that was already on the board previously. And when Emrakul, the World Anew, leaves the battlefield, sacrifice all creatures you control. Which is basically, haha, you want to get your stuff back? Well, sorry, it is all gone. She ate it. Kind of mean. Also, she also has protection from those permanents, which also means she cannot be blocked. Like, if you flash in a block, or if you still have a blocker later on, she still cannot be blocked by that stuff. That's really, really crazy. So she's good, but not as annoying as the other ones, I still feel like. Because, I mean, it's not real Annihilator, because I think I was ranting with someone about them who, like, who were like, yeah, this new stuff there with the Tournament of Hailfire is worse. Yes and no, because I feel like something with Tournament of Hailfire, the tongue twister, sorry, specifically says non-land permanent. And honestly, the thing what I and also a lot of people of my play group hate about Annihilator is that it gets rid of lands. Not even non-basic lands, just lands. Like if you even have a full basic land base, it can just wreck your land base. So which is, I mean, this one also doesn't get rid of lands, so I feel it is mean, it is very mean, don't get me wrong, but it feels more fair to me. And also, we're not going to forget the last ability. It has Madness, pays 6 colorless energy. Too much energy in the block. This is 6 colorless mana, sorry. To play her when you would discard her. Like, Madness is when you discard the spell instead, pay this to, you know, cast it for cheaper. Also important, very funny story. What I was doing during the pre-release is I was playing a blue-black control, aggro control, value deck. I don't know what we want to call it, because I had a lot of aggro beaters that were like looting. Like, for example, I had the Harvester in there. I also had the girl in there, oddly enough, though, that gave you energy when you landfall and drew cards. Some flies. I had the Screwy Sentry and some other menace guys that passed by. And one of my big hitters was the crab, the 7 mana. I believe it's 7 mana 6/6. I believe it has menace, but I might be wrong. But it definitely has a merge, so it basically can sacrifice a creature. No, sorry, you have to sacrifice an artifact, and then it gets its cost reduced by that artifact's mana cost. You can cast it instead for that cheaper cost. And when you do that, basically you get to look at the top card of the deck, a random card from the hand, and a random card from the graveyard, I believe. And cast one of those for free. And as I said, cast. And guess what I hit on my opponent in one of the matches in the pre-release? Yes. Even though he had 3 cards in hand, no, 4. He even drew 1 card in response, mind you, and I still managed to hit his Emma. Of course, he scooped after it, but that was just like, nice. Because remember, cards, so I also got his cold board. That was awesome. Ooh. Thanks a Colonia as a foil here. 1 generic, 1 green, sorcery. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control, then double the number of +1/+1 counters in each creature that had a counter put on it this way. So this doesn't look too great at first. So it's for 2 mana, put 2 counters on a single creature. So you're like, I mean, sorry, that's not correct. Now, if the creature had no counters before, then yes, it's basically. Sorry, my nose is running out now. Then it would basically be like to put 2 counters on it. But if it already had a counter, for example, this guy, and put another one, then it would double the counter, then it would be on it 4. I can do math, I swear. Like, times 2 is 4. The interesting part is the bottom part. Overload. For 6 mana, we replace all instances of target on this with just all. So put it on all creatures we control. And of course then it's like, okay, my whole board gets plus at least 2/2. If they already had counters or more counters, then this was, you know, even stronger. You see that Overlord thing. This is pretty cool. Like, interesting enough, Overlord usually is an ability associated with Izzet, so blue and red. Here it is green, for whatever reason. That's a pretty cool card. I like it. Ooh. And our final is another cute forest here. Shiny, shiny. With, I think it's called like in the background. Neat. I really like the fog effect on this one. And this time we also don't have any scratches as we had in comparison with the ones in the land pack. And yep, I guess right. It's a placeholder card. Overall, still, I think this one is a big win. Like the Emma, I'm not sure what it is worth, but it definitely is a pretty penny. So this, I think, is the. I don't think we will break even on this bundle, but to be fair, we never really do. Nope, let me see further back. But yeah, this bundle, this pack was fire. Like we had the Unsealing, which is pretty neat. I wanted it for one of my decks. Like spoiler, it was a blue commander deck playing with artifacts and stuff. Like, I mean, yes, please. I mean, of course, it only works with artifact creatures, so I need to see if it really fits in there. If not, I need to see what I want to do. Another one of the flash wrecks, as I said, I want to definitely build a casual deck with those Eldrazi's. The X might be cool for my energy commander. I don't have that one yet, I think, and it's interesting to try it out in there. Having like Sentry. I mean, I could build another blue-black crab deck. Already have two though. Like one of them is a ninja themed one with the common ninjas and some fairies. Another one being I think for Magic 2013. Anyways, I think I get sidetracked. Overall, this was a pretty cool pack. Anything I was disappointed in to pull? I guess in the retro slot, yet another junk diver, because I already had 2 of the original prints. But I 2 or 3. Maybe 3? I know I didn't have a playset before from the original prints, but we now have these 3 new ones. So yeah, that's that. So, cool pack. Hope you had some fun. We see you again in the next video when we'll take a look at the collector booster, which is the last one left. Thanks for watching. Stick around and see you all next time. Player signing out of here. Take care. Bye.